play clock winding down. Looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Evans has it left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go, Ohio.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go with Johnson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Here we go now. Green.
He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Floyd from 3 yards out. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. He completes it to Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Right here, right here. Come on, let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Let's go. 1, 9.
Here's Thomas. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals, look at the big man rumble. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble, and they did. Took it the other way for a score, and now if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle perhaps to win this ball game.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken near the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. 1, 9. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now a first down following that long gain.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This would put them in the NFC title game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And what a golden break here. This ball is going to be touchdown, but just outside of the red zone.
Well, what we learned there is not just the defense that can hold a lead. Special teams comes into play, and they keep them in front.
Yeah, oftentimes we talk about the offense and the defense. Here it's that third phase, it looks like, that's going to decide this game.
Yeah, how many times have we sat in those coaches' meetings, and they always talk about, well, we think special teams, that could determine the game, and we walk.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This would put them in the NFC title game. And his kick is indeed good. And the Cardinals win it. Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.